Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Nothing to see here, but I heard through the grapevine that you want to make something that requires starting with a circle. And every time you try, you get so far into it, and instead of a circle, you get this weird shaped thing. And you're thinking, I'm no math genius. I certainly don't know much about geometry, but that is not a circle. What? What am I doing wrong? Because when you want to make a crochet circle, it's always this formula right here. You start out with so many stitches in your magic circle. You get that right. And then round one is always an increase in every stitch. And then round two, it's a single crochet and an increase times however many stitches you started out with. And then the next round is 2 single crochets and an increase times that same amount. And the next one is 3 single crochets and an increase. And then it's 4 and an increase. And then 5 and an increase. And 6 and an increase. And you keep adding 1 single crochet every row before making your increase. That is standard. That's the magic formula. But you wind up with this. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And your sides keep getting bigger. And you're like, come on, that is not a circle. This is going to be some weird shaped thing. Give me a break. So let's toss that aside because this is what we're looking for. So let's make this. Now, what I'm going to show you next isn't an exact formula, but it will give you some choices. You can do it, follow that top one, you're increasing every stitch, and then a single, and then 2, and then 3. But by round 5, at least by round 5, let's change it up. Instead of doing 4 single crochets, let's do 2 and then an increase. And then we'll do 4 and an increase until we get to the very end, and we should end with 2. And the next round, let's do it regular. 5 single crochets and an increase all the way around. And then for the next one, let's switch it up again. 3 single crochets, an increase, and then you do 6 and an increase, and you end with 3. Or, to change it up even more, let's say around you finish round 3 where you've got 2 single crochets and an increase, and then you start round 4, but instead of starting with the 3 single crochets, let's start with the increase. So it would be increase 3 single crochets, increase 3 single crochets. And then this one, you would do 4 single crochets and then your increase. And then you could do the same thing on the next round. You could start with your increase and then do it, and then do regular. It's just after you get at least starting with round 5 is where you want to change things up. So let me show you. So grab yourself some scrap yarn, a stitch marker, because when you are crocheting in the round, this is your best friend. Today I'm going to be using just some 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook. So let me put this off to the side there. Let's get our magic circle, and you can do this any way you want. I do it very easy. I just wrap like I'm going to do a slip knot, but instead of pulling that tight, I yank down on this and I make a chain. So we have 1. I always put my stitch marker in the very first stitch. So I can always find it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're just going to do 6 in our circle just for fun because it's small but easy enough to see. So we've got that. Now I'm going to take my stitch marker out. And I know that's my first stitch. So I'm going to go ahead, put in 1 single crochet into that. And for those that may not know, an increase is simply putting 2 stitches into the same stitch. So we're doing an increase. So there's 2 stitches in that first one, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. So my very first round, I guess, had 6. The next one has 12. And because we started with 6, every row around will increase by 6. So we're going to go back to that very first stitch, and we're going to put 1 stitch in. Oops, don't want to lose it. Put our stitch marker right in there so I know where my first stitch is. And then in the next stitch, we do an increase. And then a single, and then an increase. And you do that all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, we finished that, and it's still looking kind of circular, so we're good. We now have 18. So let's start our next round. Put 1 single crochet in that first stitch. And then we'll put 1 single crochet in the second. Here's another quick little tip. Instead of like going in like this, when you're doing something flat, go in, but then kind of pull to the side. Don't do on top, go to the side. 2. Okay, so our next stitch, we're going to put an increase. So there's 1 and 2. Next one is 1. Next one is 1. Next one is an increase. You're going to see we're starting to get that non-circular shape. See, you can see it's starting to want to make corners. That's why the next round, we're going to fix that. So go ahead and continue, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now if you look, you're going to see we're almost a circle, but not quite. We're starting to get those corners. So let's just nip that before it has a chance to morph into something we don't want it to. So let's do 1 single crochet, now let's put in an increase right here. Okay, now we're supposed to be doing 3, so we'll just do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put in our increase. 1, 2, 3, and an 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 increase, which leaves us 2 stitches left. And if you remember, we did 1 and then we did an increase. So we're supposed to do 3, so that would be 1, 2, 3. See, it's more of a circle than anything else, so we're doing good. Now for this next round, we're going to just go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, and an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. And just keep doing that all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. And there you go. You have a circle. And you just keep doing that, no matter how big your circle has to be. At least every other row, switch it up a little bit. Instead of doing however many stitches it says, like the next one would be 5 stitches, do 3, and then do your increase, and then those last 2 will be at the end, and you will have a circle instead of a hexagon. Like that. Or an octagon or a sextagon or whatever it is, some kind of an agon when we want a circle. So thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you learned something new or got acquainted with an old friend that you maybe forgot how to do. And just keep on crocheting, you guys. Have fun. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, say hi. And y'all have a great day, great morning, great evening, whatever, whenever, whatever it is when you're watching. And later, Gators. Peace out.